I wanted to ask you a couple questions. I just did a episode of Kentucky Fried
Well, that's
Wrestling.
what the show is supposed to be about, is you asking me questions. So that's not really a surprise to me. We go ahead.
Well, these are from me, not the listeners.
So you're heeling in first with your preferential fucking position. I see.
Yes, I won't deny that. So just did an episode of Kentucky Fried Wrestling with Scott Bowden, and we looked at the period of October and November of 1974. Pretty important period. We played the audio of Jerry Lawler's big babyface turn when Sam Bass, Hickerson, Al Green turn on Lawler, and then Tojo makes the save. Amazing stuff, and this audio is incredible. And there's a couple.
And I'll tell you what, it was highly shocking that Sam Bass would turn on Jerry Lawler and side with the Tank brothers, Sherman and Septic, Al Green and Phil Hickerson.
Yeah, in the promo, Tojo calls them Septic Tank like 50 times, like over and over and over. But, going through this period of time, and it leads into Lawler's 4-match program at the Mid-South Coliseum with the Mummy. So yes. Going into this period of time, I was looking at the results and we're trying to do the research, and there was one name, we were talking about Memphis Monsters and how, there's the Mummy, there's Dr. Frank, and eventually it just got crazy. There's Tommy Gilbert as Freddy Krueger and, different things like that. But there was a name I didn't know at all, and I asked Scott, and he just laughed and said, you should ask Cornette.
Okay.
Who's Count Drummer?
Count Drummer. He also worked as Bulldog Drummer in some cases. He didn't flesh the gimmick out during his brief time in the Memphis end of the territory, but I understand he did more of it over in the Birmingham end for Nick Goulas and around the South. But he also once teamed with Chris Colt. And they were, oh my God, the team name was I want to say the Time Machine. I'm not sure if that was it, but the point is Chris Colt was an alien from the future, which kind of was a real life gimmick for Chris Colt, and Count Drummer was a vampire from the 1800s.
That's awesome.
But at the same time, it wasn't like he was, he didn't bite people on the neck as his fucking finish. And, he was a striking looking, he could have done Dracula, Count Drummer could have, in any, major city stage play of the movie. I don't know if he could have made the films, but he looked close enough to do it on stage. He was a tall guy with the sharp bearding and everything, and the piercing eyes, Count Drummer.